I try to eat healthy as much as I can, but there's just so many good foods out there.
So you think junk food is the only good food?
I like asparagus and mushrooms.
Wow, that sounds good.
And steak. I don't know if that's healthy, but...
My favorite meal that's healthy would have to be salmon with quinoa and maybe like asparagus or corn on the side.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Why is it important to eat healthy?
Well, it's because it doesn't give you constipation. That was just kidding.
That's so awesome. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of It's Your Time to Shine, a podcast about being a mom in a modern world. And we have such a special episode this time where we are going to let you get to know our kids a little better. But first, we have to say hello to my co-host, Lisa Vora.
Hello, it's Lisa. You're really going to get to know our kids today. All 4 of them, right, Jess?
That's right. I learned a few things asking them these questions, too.
I learned a lot about Allie. She's exactly like me. 0 patience.
Really? That's so funny.
But the thing is, she's 5 years old, so she has an excuse.
Yep, that's right. Okay, well, let's meet our kids.
Hi, I'm Pavneet Kaur and I am 15 years old.
Hi, my name's Amrik Singh and I'm 13 years old.
My name is Hargun Kaur and I'm 11 years old.
My name is Alyssa Leila Gokhale. I'm 5 years old.
Happy New Year's to you, by the way.
Happy New Year's.
Are you excited about 2020?
Yeah.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I think so.
What is it?
I want to start going to the gym like we did it before, but then we stopped.
I don't have a New Year's resolution yet, but I'm working on it.
Hey, it's already January, mister. If you don't have one now, when are you going to make one?
Come back to me in March.
Are you excited about the year 2020?
Yes, new decade. Hopefully I'll live by the year 3000.
The year 3000?
What up?
How many years from now is that?
A hundy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm really smart.
Oh my God. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I do. My New Year's resolution would have to be more organized, staying on top of, a lot of my schoolwork, just not procrastinating, but also to be more involved in community work and maybe even become like a youth advocate for topics I feel really strongly about.
I forgot what New Year's. Can you tell me again?
Oh, I just figured out a New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution this year is to come up with a New Year's resolution.
What do you like about going to the gym?
I like going on the treadmill and the elliptical, the bike, the stairs, and that block that you jump on. Makes you feel accomplished.
Why is it important to be healthy?
You can't really do anything if your body's out of shape.
What kind of workouts do you like to do with Mommy?
I did a rowing machine.
Do you like the rowing machine?
Yes,
Why do you like the rowing machine?
because it's just fun.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A rock star because I have one earring.
I want to work for the State Department and deal with international relations and foreign policy.
That is really intriguing. So why do you want to do that?
I find it really interesting, trade and just being able to interact with other countries and creating foreign ties. So I think that would be very interesting to witness and be a part of.
When I grow up, I want to be a programmer because I always liked computer sciences ever since I was little. You remember when I was in the robotics team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what started it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be a patent attorney.
I knew I wanted to do something with engineering, but I'm not sure about the lawyering anymore.
Oh, what made you change your mind?
I don't know, just a change of heart.
You don't know any cool lawyers, do you?
We know Samir Masterji.
Oh, good answer.
I want to be a teacher.
Oh,
And
what kind of teacher?
a math teacher. I love math.
You love math?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Why do you want to be a teacher?
Because I appreciate teachers even though they get really little pay, but they're teaching the next generation of people and going into like a new world. And without teachers, you wouldn't be able to learn in different ways, because if you had like a computer or something teaching you, I guess you wouldn't get the same like bonding connection that they do with teachers. Like my teachers are really cool, and I don't get and if I had like a computer, I wouldn't get the same like social stuff or like connection. And it's easy because if you don't get something, you can tell your teacher, and you can meet with them like after or before school, and they can explain it to you in a different way that you might get, and you can still keep talking to them. And I feel like technology and like computers won't give you that. They might teach you another way, but it might not just be a good.
So what are some important topics for kids today?
Some topics I feel really strongly about would have to be like global warming, the immigration crisis. I think my biggest one would have to be gun violence, and just like pushing for gun reform laws.
I think it's what's happening with the future of our community and planet and ecosystem, like global warming and how it's affecting the planet.
What could we do to live in a better world?
We can recycle. I watched a video at school, and they said to only recycle like 1 and 2 plastic, because most of the other plastics that has like 5 and like 4 and all that stuff, they're usually just thrown away because you can't have much product with it, or like they don't use it that often, so they're usually thrown away when you recycle it. And then it goes into the oceans and stuff, and like sea life is like disturbed by that. And then like another turtle, it got stuck in one of those soda can plastic things. Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna throw it away because you have to, you could like cut those off so it doesn't get stuck, because it got stuck around its neck.
Yeah. We don't contribute to those because we don't drink soda.
But when we do, we cut it.
Yes.
What do you think is the most important thing that little kiddos like you think about in kindergarten?
I think that they think about that they want to go on the swings.
That's the biggest topic for kindergartens, is whether or not they're going to go on the swings?
Yes, that's what my classmates do.
Okay, wow. Interviewing a 5-year-old is so much better in theory. Oh my God, can you stop touching the mic?
Please, I won't touch the buttons.
Hey, the quicker we get
You don't always have to feed a microphone to me. Why do I keep breathing so hard? I didn't even finish the whole
I need this to be
question.
professional and right, okay?
We can both hold it.
Okay, we both hold it, but there.
Are you getting my voice?
Yes, I'm getting your voice. So is all of America.
Okay, Emrique, you're 13 now, but what was your favorite age of all time?
13.
13's your favorite?
Maybe 3, because you don't have to go to school.
My favorite age was 3.
Why?
Because I feel like when I was 3, everything was easier and there was no stress about homework or school. And I love 3-year-olds because they're so cute. And 3-year-olds are just cute.
My favorite age is 5th grade.
Okay, why do you like 5th grade?
Because I want to be a bus patrol.
Oh, this is a really hard one. But I think around like 2nd grade, I think life was so easy and just got to do whatever you wanted. Go play outside and ride bikes and all that.
My advice to younger people is stay up to date on your grades and don't procrastinate, because it's like really hard to do everything last second. Trust me, I know from experience.
To like work really hard and try to always be like get like 1% every day, and then soon you'll be like way greater than you were from the beginning, and you've like advanced a lot. And like try to be better than you were yesterday.
Some advice I would give to younger kids would be to work hard, never give up, but also to have fun. Because, just like being in high school, me personally, the stress levels get really high. So just work hard and be happy and try to live your life and be grateful for everything you have.
Nice and kinder.
To whom?
Everyone in the whole world.
Oh, Allie, that's such a nice answer.
What saying of your mom's will you remember when you have your own kids?
Wherever you go with all my loves and my good wishes. Because you always tell me that.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I love it.
I like a lot of them.
Good boy. Probably.
Calling you a good boy?
Mm-hmm.
How do I use that? Do you remember?
Yes.
How?
Anytime we do something good, just say it to us.
Mommy, you always say I'm your heart.
Oh, Allie, you are my heart. I love you.
I love you.
Mwah.
Mwah.
I can't believe you just kissed the microphone.
There's two. When we go to sleep, she always says, dream of angels. And then the other one is, you're my heart, you're my soul, you're my pride, and you're my joy. Whoa, I got teary-eyed. Hold on.
I love you.
Love you.
Okay, we're done. Talk about anything you want.
I'll talk about anything I want, okay? Now, no more questions. Well, there's not only one person that you can show for show and tell. There's like 4 or 5.
Or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. She could go on and on and on. As soon as I told her, she can say whatever she wants.
I kind of feel like the apple didn't fall too far from the tree on that one.
I know, we're like the exact same person, aren't we? We're the same person, and that's the conflict.
It's really cute, though, because even for me, as I was going through and asking the questions, I thought I knew how the kids would answer on certain things. And I was really surprised even from my own kids' answers, let alone hearing Allie, whose voice is so adorable, by the way.
I'll say thank you to her. Their answers were brilliant. I mean, they taught me something, especially the stuff that Hudgun was talking about with the plastic bags and recycling. And that, I didn't know any of that. Like, it was very, very, just very insightful. All your kids are just so insightful.
Aw, thank you. I was surprised by that too. And in our minds, I think sometimes as parents, we think of our kids as being like a certain age. Mm-hmm. And it's like something that's solidified in our mind. Like, to me, Hudgun will always be like this little baby. Yeah. And now hearing her talk about things and what she's interested in, and it's different than the things that we're interested in or that her brother and sister are into. And so it's really cool, like, seeing their personalities develop.
It's funny you say that, because as I was listening, when I was listening to them, I kept thinking, I can't imagine Allie saying the words carbon footprint, ecosystem. And I know she will, right? Eventually, of course. But it's, as a 5-year-old, I'm like, I just can't imagine. So I can imagine, you with Hudgun, just like, wow, when did she learn about all this?
Totally. In fact, so shortly after asking her these questions, I was helping with her homework. And I said, oh, okay, so the question's asking this. Maybe you can just say the person felt in a certain way, talking about a character in a book. And she said, I think I'm going to say the character was experiencing certain feelings. And I was like, oh, wow. I didn't say it out loud because I didn't want her to think that I was like surprised at how intelligent she is in her writing. But I just, in my mind, I was like, okay, why am I dumbing things down for this really brilliant child?
Wow. Mental no. Whenever that happens with Allie, don't say anything to her, because I totally would have been like, where'd you come up with that?
Yes, totally. Yeah. So I'm learning too. And I think it's wonderful that asking questions like this of our own children, I'm actually learning. And like, I played some of the rough edits back to Bottom, and he was learning too, like to hear the passion that Pavneet had. And I just think it's so cool.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad we did this. And my favorite part with Pavneet, I mean, I had a lot of favorite parts here. And obviously Alyssa, she really just gave me a run for my money. But yes. but when Pavneet's like, just kidding, I'm really smart. I busted out laughing.
That's her. That's her personality all the time.
She's hysterical. She's also the only other person who I've ever heard say Happy New Decade. So I'm just saying. No one, for whatever reason, says it. And I thought it was going to be like a normal thing. And everywhere I go, Happy New Year. And I'm like, Happy New Decade. And I'm like, I'm so original. And yet I'm not. But I am because no one says it except Pavneet.
Yes, you guys are kindred spirits for sure. And oh my gosh, you and Allie, you should be doing a comedy routine. I would pay money to see you guys on stage.
Oh my God. I honestly didn't think it went well. She didn't answer anything. And you sat there, and when I was listening to your kids, I'm like, wow, these are brilliant about life and how to save the planet and the different things we could do to be proactive, be a youth advocate. And meanwhile, I'm like, Allie didn't say anything. And I understand she's 5, but there's 5-year-olds who go on Ellen who are like, want to save the world. So I learned very quickly Allie's not one of them. So
well, she could go on Ellen for something else. She might be a stand-up comedian years from now.
Yeah, she could go for comedy, yes. But we try to make the most of it in this. So I thought the entire montage of me and her fighting and battling was pretty funny.
It's pretty awesome.
It was at least one way to show you guys honestly what was really happening.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And I didn't include the parts where I was saying to Amrik, like, can you open your mouth? Can you speak clearly? Can you use complete sentences? But that happened too. But I think it's great. You get that little window in time with Allie. And then our listeners know too, because I know there are people out there who are like doing family pictures or trying to do something similar where they're asking questions and documenting, and it does not go according to plan.
Yes.
So we should let them know what it's really like behind the scenes.
Exactly. Except I'm not as mean as I came across, just so it's out there. Okay. I just came across meaner for whatever reason. Okay. But the one thing I really love about this is we actually you get to know your kids. Like, I think that's like the real main idea behind this episode is let's get to know our children.
Right. So here's a question for you. Do you think that it's a good thing when we are surprised by the answers that our children give us?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it depends on the answer and the subject.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go into different aspects of that, but, in general, definitely. It shows that they're thinking for themselves, which I think is really important. So
no, I totally agree. And I was thinking about that. Like, is it good that I was surprised? I actually thought to myself later that week, like, oh, am I not spending enough time with them? I'm not asking them enough questions. But then I thought, it's cool that they have their own time and their own personalities and their own views, and that we're being exposed to the same information and hearing the same problems, but coming up with our own different views and different solutions. Like, that's what makes the world so beautiful. That's what makes a family so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
One child might be like, oh, it's sunny, yes. And another child might be like, oh, no, it's sunny. I wanted to play in the rain today. So trying to embrace that and seeing the positives of that, I think was really nice for me.
Yeah. And also, you still know your kids. It's just that you don't always get to just sit down and have that conversation all the time, But when your kids say the things that they did, you're not completely shocked.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll put it that way. Okay. So I know that there was a lot of excitement happening over the holidays, but I'm so glad we're back up and running. I missed you over our break.
I missed you.
One thing that I was trying to be intentional about, and I love this project for that reason, is how am I going to take more time out over the next couple of months, one-on-one with each of my children, and just get to know them, share things that are on my mind with them, and then hear what's on their mind as well. I've always been talking about how mental health and how someone's feeling is really important to hear about and dialogue with our kids about, even more so now that they're coming into their teenage years. I know you're a huge advocate. You've always been like that. I'm learning about this now that I have children of my own. And one of the things that I'm going to be trying to do is taking time out one weekend a month for one child to just spend some time with them and get to know them better.
And I'll spend every weekend with the same child and get to know her better.
We want to hear from our listeners. Take some time, get to know your kids. You can use the voice recording app on your iPhone and just record them. Send us your recordings. We'd love to hear how your children react to some of these questions. And who knows, maybe you'll appear on an upcoming podcast. And as always, thanks for listening.